Hello everyone, my name is Callior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on with this favorite game of ours. So, for posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, October 8th, 2022. It is 11:38 Eastern Time. It's been 165 days since the official release of Bloodhunt, and currently we are 9 days away before the end of the Noir Pass. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are live in the chat, feel free to ask questions. I will answer them to the best of my abilities. And as a reminder and disclosure, I am not a game dev. I am not bound by any NDA. I only have one secret thing that I can't talk about. But I will do the best to explain the news in the way that I can with reasonable assumptions. If a dev wants to correct me, feel free to chime in at any point. I will issue corrections maybe in the next week when I'm going to be doing these things. The topics for this week, we are going to be talking about the last Twitch drop for now. We're going to be talking about bots, baby. We're going to be talking about you and me and other game updates. We'll be talking about a little marketing update and also going to mention the EGL tournament at the end. But first, if you haven't, please consider following me on Twitch, even if you're not going to turn on the notifications. It would mean a lot to me to reach 250 followers so I can start giving more free stuff directly to you. Although I stream at different weird times in the week to give chances at all the different giveaways that I have to different people in different time zones. So it would be best if you turned on the notifications on Twitch. Also, follow my Twitter. I post a lot of interesting bits of news that I'm not necessarily going to cover here. Going to promote other streamers when they also have other giveaways to give, other giveaways that are active, streams that I might recommend you jump in to give them follows as well. But also you'll know when I am going live because I post a lot on Twitter. Yeah, so in the week I will stream also very, very casually. Right now, the format that I'm doing right now is very informal, very serious news reporter. Yeah. So we will start immediately. I was trying to explain to my grandmother what streaming is. It was hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make people understand the interwebs. So let us start. Let us start immediately and let us jump into Prague. So, oh wait, that's not the right screen. Let's go with the right screen, please. There you go. Hey, I'm here. Hi. So, this week for Twitch drop, what my character is currently wearing is the Rose Tears makeup, which is the Twitch drop number 10 of a series of 10 weeks that we've been having exclusive Twitch drops. And yeah, that is the one that if you don't already have it, my stream is one of the streams where if you watch for 60 minutes of my stream while I'm playing Bloodhunt, you are able to claim this drop inside your inventory on Twitch, and it's going to be inside your inventory in your Bloodhunt account. Just make sure that it is linked correctly through SharkMob. What is the hair color? The hair color, hold on, hair color, I believe is negative. Yeah, that is the negative hair color. So it's kind of I don't know how you call it, but it's a gradient between like, white and gray and black. Mostly gray and black. I do not remember exactly when that was available. I believe it was in the store when we had hair colors in the store. So Let me go back to this screen. So yeah, there we go. So that is the, oh, you're doing this again to me? That is weird. It did that last week as well. Okay, so there we go. The Rose Tiers starting October 7th, so started yesterday for a whole week. This will end, wait, why is this like this? Hold on. What's happening? It is not the current, it is not the good stream. Okay, hold on. Little technical issue. Hold on. Why is this? Oh, it's because I'm not in the right. Okay. I'm not looking at the right screen. That's why. There we go. Let's fade. Let's transfer. Let's move. There we go. Much better. That's the usual screen. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was really confused about what was going on. So this is the correct one. Good. Do we have the, I didn't even check. Do we have the chat? Yes. Do we have the Streamlabs alert? No, we don't want any alerts while we're doing this. Okay. Good. We're actually like doing something right now. Okay. Good. So yes, that's a bunch of stuff that's happening outside. Okay, moving on. Sorry, got a little distracted here. So, yes, Rose Tiers drops. This, okay, so this was a series of, yes, 10 weeks, 10 items, different types of items and costumes, tattoos, eyewear, makeup. We know that this series of 10 items will eventually return. They will be obtainable, though we don't know when and we don't know how they will be obtainable again. So these are details left to be discovered eventually. We also know that it's been hinted by Combat Glue, that one of the devs at Shark Mob, that some new drops are being planned, but we don't know also what is going to happen, what's going to be the format, what are the things, like we don't have any details. We just know that expect more drops in the future. Full Swing is so cool, one of the best eyewear in my, yeah. Full Swing, a lot of people really like the Full Swing eyewear. Also a good excuse to play melee and go like, I couldn't aim. So, yes, I'm sorry again, as usual. I forget. Hello, Far. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. So yes, so this is the last one. If you want the information on how to get, if you don't already know, here is the list of information that Motion Gaming has been providing every week, with instructions on exactly how to claim the drops. If you don't know exactly how, you can click on that link and follow that through. However, the list of streamers that are available, that are how can I say, that have been activated and that can give you the drops, has been updated. What you're currently seeing on stream is the correct one. That's the correct list of people. A few people have been added at the bottom, like at the last second yesterday when the new drop came live. Oh, there you go. There's Jiangxi there at the end, and there's Magix, and there's a whole bunch of people that I've seen before. So yeah, that's it about the Twitch drops. We're going to be talking about game updates. Well, I think we have two big news items. Two big news items that happened this week is that right now we have this Bloodhunt post that says, salutations, Kindred, and welcome to the month of darkness. The month of darkness, by the way, is a kind of initiative that is put together by World of Darkness. World of Darkness, if you don't know, that is the brand that is overseeing many other brands. One of them is Vampire the Masquerade. They also have I forget exactly what the names of that. I know there's Werewolf. I know there's Hunter. I don't know if they're doing anything with Mage, but they have several other tabletop RPG IPs. Vampire the Masquerade is one of them. And they are releasing more and more bits of info this month more than any other time in the week. So for Bloodhunt, their reveal was that we are pleased to reveal to you that Bloodhunt will join the Halloween festivities with a free Halloween pass later this month. Free Halloween pass. So there you go. That's the picture that we're seeing here with a very interesting costume and very interesting cosmetic here with a pumpkin head, kind of like half open and half with a skull inside. What exactly is this? Is that a new tattoo on the person's face here, on the other character? We don't know, but this is a very nice hint of things to come. But yeah, apparently, free Halloween pass. Everyone's excited about this. The September Noir pass that we got was already kind of pretty free already, but that's a great way to announce that the upcoming patch is going to be very focused on getting people inside the game. At least that's what I'm hoping. Starting with a free pass, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Halloween pass, I need it now. Yeah. Schmokey, thank you for being here. Do you think they will update the store? Kedrick, that is a very good question. We have a lot of questions exactly about the store. What it is currently, what does that mean to have a permanent store? What's going to happen with the items that are currently there? Do we have more items that get put in? Like we have a lot of questions about that. And yeah, it seems that the people that have been asking about this, like in the previous weeks, have not been getting any answers about like what's happening with the store. So a lot of questions about this. So right now I could tell you I think they're going to update the store, but like it's purely speculation at this point. We don't know. There's no information. See the arm on the pumpkin face? It looks like one of those skeleton tattoos. What do you, Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yes, that is the thing that we were expecting is that the, sorry, here. Yeah, we were expecting, but again, this is purely speculation. It just makes sense that last year, in early access, we had a series of quests and a series of rewards that were Halloween themed. So for most people, that means the full glowing, entire body skeleton tattoos that were glows. Everyone's been asking like how to get them. We know it's Halloween theme. Everyone's been wanting those, and I've been seeing they've been wanting those for weeks and months. So, there's been a lot of answers from the devs and especially Combat that's been saying it would make sense if we brought those quests back. It would make sense if we brought those tattoos back. Is that a confirmation? Absolutely not. But they've been very aware that the community has been wanting to get those items back. So it would stand to reason that maybe we're going to see them back. Is that actually going to happen? I don't know. So, yeah, so it's we're going to see. What was I saying? Next thing. Okay. The other next thing, which is something that they've been hinting that they've been hinting at, but that they've straight up said for at least 2 weeks in a row and repeated this week. And I guess got some attention finally from a whole bunch of people because, anyways. Bot backfilling. Hello, Bloodhunt community. In the next update coming this month, we will be adding bot backfill. This will help to shorten the waiting times you have been dealing with and will get you into the games quicker. Until then, see you on the rooftops of Prague. That was something that was already, like, we've already talked about this in previous, like in the previous news recap. Previous news recaps that we've been doing. This has been, like, we knew that this was going to happen. For some people in the community, apparently they just saw this tweet and went like, well, this is apparently going to happen, but no, we already knew about that. You haven't been paying attention. So, bot backfilling. I will go into the entire thing in a moment. I will just continue to get you all the info that we got about this. Because right after that, a bunch of people suddenly had questions about that, about how this works. So, we have Gustav, who is the game design lead on Bloodhunt. It's good to see him tweeting once in a while about the game. Has been saying our October is right around the corner. A big part of the update is that we are adding backfill bots in certain modes. These modes will be labeled clearly. Our goal is to reduce wait times in low peak hours, regions where we have low population, and get you into Prague faster. Little clarification, but it is loads of clarification on exactly how this is going to work already for the people who already have started speculating on what that means or how that's gonna work. That is something. Now, Majora, which I will mention a little bit later, Majora, a good person in the community, absolute grinder streamer of Bloodhunts, always there, good guy. Majora asked, is it possible to get a how many in queue in for this mode for the queues that do not have bots? I think this will help people knowing when to queue and give a better experience to people with less stress of this mode must not be liked. Gustav says, we're looking at something similar. Stay tuned for full details and patch notes coming soon. So Majora's onto something there, okay, about having the queues marked or, you know, an indication of the queues of what's happening with the queues. And that goes along with, you know, him saying that the modes are going to be labeled. So already that is something more to be added on top of the, you know, what we can tell already about bot backfilling. And another clarification asked by PS5 Bloodhunt community. Well, up for a bit of bot destroying, will this new feature guarantee a max wait time for solo Bloodhunt? Gustav answered more in-depth details soon, but yes. So there will be a guaranteed max wait time for solo Bloodhunt. Yes, Kedrick, that's what they said. That's literally what they said. The Halloween update, or at least we don't know exactly how it's going to be called, but so far it seems to be called the October update. It's going to have the Halloween stuff because right now the battle pass is expiring in 9 days. So we're expecting to have a new battle pass. They've announced it's the Halloween pass that's going to be there. Is the time for Halloween, and they said that the next update is focused around bot batch filling. So all of these will be all packaged together. Yeah, so guaranteed max wait time for solo Bloodhunt, which means, you know, what we can extrapolate from this is that after a certain amount of time, let's speculate, okay? Let's speculate. Solo blood hunt. Let's say 1 minute. 1 minute tops. It's gonna fill the server with whoever's in your region inside this, whoever's queuing inside your region for solo blood hunt, and then fill the rest with bots. It's gonna be, let's suppose it's gonna be like that. 1 minute queue to get inside there. How would that, like, how awesome would that be? Like, suddenly people complaining about long wait times for queues, it's gone. It's gone. The other issue, though, is people that are going to be talking about, I'm fighting bots. This is not fun because I'm fighting bots. We'll get to that in a second. Yes. Oh, well, actually, I'll get to that immediately right now. Okay. So here's the theory. Hold on. Let me switch back to me for a second. Let me switch back to me. Because I don't have any other visuals for this. So I want to be sure that I'm explaining this correctly to people. Again, none of this is confirmed, but I'm understanding that this is the theory that's going with this, because we've also seen other games do this. I don't have any other, like, a game that I'm thinking about off the top of my head, but like, this is how it works. Hold on. Okay, so the theory with adding bots is you add bots to fill in some queues. What happens? Queue times get reduced. Okay? Good queue times will help retain new players, because right now new players are coming in, they like the game, they're interested in the game, but the long queue times make them go, there's no point in staying. Plus, if they get matched in lobbies with players that have significantly higher skill level than them, it's a very short experience and a very long wait time to have another game experience. There's no leeway, there's no space to improve and grow and get to learn exactly how to improve in this game. So, if you have short queue times, the players will be able to jump back in. It's like, hey, it's just a minute for my queues, I'm gonna get back in. Shorter queue times will give good publicity to the game, and we're expecting that also, like, as much as new players will stay in the game, old players will return to the game. That's the idea. But the more actual people start queuing in the different queues, the less bots we will eventually have in matches. Okay? This is all a way to get people staying in the game and to get people back in the game. It's just that for a moment, okay, for a while, there will be a period where we'll be fighting bots, but hopefully not for long. On top of that, if you want a bonus to all of this, if we get more people back in the game, what do we have then? We have a bigger and bigger pool of people, of actual, like, queuing players, which also means that, remember in the last patch they added tweaks to the skill-based matchmaking? Well, skill-based matchmaking so far, because we have such a little community, it means that it doesn't really have a lot of room to pull people aside to fill in lobbies of actual skills, of different skills levels. So it really, right now, the skill-based matchmaking system hasn't really got a really great opportunity to shine and make for better games. It's weird because there's a bunch of people that have been blaming bad games right now on the failure of the skill-based matchmaking system, and some of them are starting to kind of want to petition to remove the matchmaking system altogether, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's just that right now we don't have enough players to create lobbies of player only lobbies with different skill players. Like, it's still there. The issue is still there. It's just that they had to put in that system or these tweaks of the system before they do a big next move to get more people back in, because the more people get back in, the more info we have on skill-based matchmaking. We'll have better lobbies, better quality of lobbies, etc. Like, this is all cascading. This is all like one has to be done before the other, before the other, before the other. This is all how it's supposed to be working, okay? And here's the other thing. Because I've seen people talk about that on their streams. I've seen people talk about that on Twitter. And to some extent, like, in other social media. Like, I want to be sure that people hear me on this, okay? The current players of Bloodhunt have to be in on this. They have to, okay? We've seen in other games in the past, the games have been collapsing because players created so much bad publicity for the inclusion of bots. Because skilled players, of course, they want to play against other skilled players. That is the whole PvP aspect. That is what they want, player versus player, okay? So I understand on their point of view, if they're playing against bots, then things are too easy. Where's the competition? And they ask themselves, why are they playing this game at all? I get that, okay? So in that respect, I hope that the Bloodhunt team will be able to tweak the inclusion of bots at certain skill levels, and that's dictated by skill-based matchmaking, the skill-based matchmaking system. So imagine that newer players, okay, the new players, the people that are trying out Bloodhunt, will be more matched in lobbies with bots, okay? Because it doesn't really necessarily matter for them to be in lobbies with other actual players. They're learning the game. They're learning the mechanics. They're learning about prog. They're learning about the jumping. They're learning about the killing, about the aiming. And we all know that is a learning process that needs to happen to figure out exactly how to play the game at a decent level, okay? Just as a working level, just to get there, okay? So it's okay if they get matched a lot in bot lobbies. And skilled players, on the other hand, will have lobbies with more players than bots. Okay? I hope that the Bloodhunt devs are able to do this. Okay? So bots will affect more people, let's say at the bottom of the skill tree. At the top, you'll still have the skilled players. And I'm hoping that, like, maybe, like, you're gonna have less bots at the top for the very skilled players, because you know that they want to play against other players. So maybe at the expense of having maybe a longer queue than, let's say, the guaranteed minimum wait time for a bot only, kind of a bot only queue. So at the lowest, so what, you understand what I'm saying? Like, at the bottom, when you're guaranteed like a minute of queue and you're inside a lobby because you're gonna have a lot of bots. At the high skill level, let's say you're gonna have to wait 4 or 5 minutes, where you're gonna have a lobby that is gonna be consisting of, let's say, 75% real people and 25% bots. You know, have, like, to make sure that there's the least amount of bots possible, but at the same time, it's still going to shorten your queue so you can play against other people, but your lobby is going to be mostly people, okay? The bots are just going to be in to shorten the queue time, okay? So there's going to be less for them, so they can, like, will keep everyone happy and have still, like, skilled players going against each other. And at the same time, you keep them in the game because they're not, you know, just like 5 people going against each other and 25 bots. You know, skilled players will drop the game immediately if they do that. So I hope that this is something that is being put in. And in the meantime, skilled players, if you're listening to me, if you're hearing this at all, play along, please, with the idea of playing along with bots just for a little while, just until we get people interested, we get people back in. Eventually, if everything goes according to plan, you should get back to dumping on each other human players, like, back again very shortly. Okay, this is my message to the skilled players that are saying, like, you know, I've been seeing going like, I'm not sure with bots it means that, you know, when you add bots it's the end of the game. It's like, no, hold on, stay there, hold on, look at the bigger picture of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get a community back in so you can have, like, you know, more cracked out people that are going to play against you, you know? Right now, it's just that a lot of people don't know that the game is in the best state that it's ever been before. Reload bug has been gone. A lot of issues of the game have been fixed in terms of, like, gameplay. Like, we still have, like, those visual bugs that are happening left and right, and there's still quite a bunch of series of bugs that still need to be fixed. That's okay, but in terms of the gameplay, like, is top notch right now. We just need to get more people back in the game and invested in the game. It's just the fact that we're gonna get them, like, right now the biggest issue that people are talking about the game is the queue times. So if queue times go low, you get a free Halloween pass. It's Halloween time, get more people in the game, get people excited, people stay inside the game because of you understand, like, this is all connected. This all makes sense. And there's a whole bunch of stuff also that we don't know about that is going to be happening in the near future. Remember, I keep telling you that they're working on patching and shoring up the foundation of the game before they can build more on it. We know, because they've been hinting at it for quite a while, that they have several things on their own wish list, which is not, you know, necessarily the wish list of the community. But, you know, we're working with 2 different wish lists here. There's a lot of things that they want to add inside the game. There's a lot of things they want to improve. So right now, this is another big moment of working on the foundations of the game to get the game going again. So everyone, just please play along with this. Please. This is going to benefit everyone. And remember that the people that stuck in, that have been sticking to this game, you know, been like pillars of the community. If ever this starts getting back in again, like, you're going to get, like, hopefully you're going to get recognized and rewarded for sticking around and being there. I don't know if it's in terms of popularity or whatever, or having your name, or like going like your top stream because you know everything about the game, you've played it before, or whatever, you know? It's everyone, just please go along with this and stick around, okay? Sorry, I'm gonna read chat here. Definitely force some friends to reinstall the game. That's the idea. Not to mention, bots will give new players the chance to do something in the match. Exactly. I mean, they won't be facing only veteran players. Yes, it would be a smart move from them. Yep, of course. And here's another detail that people forgot or didn't already know. I don't know. I haven't seen... Hold on just a second. It's been a while since there was a sponsored... since there were like sponsored streams for Bloodhunt. When there were sponsored streams, I used to go into new player sponsored streams and look exactly what's their behavior, what have they learned from the tutorial. The tutorial needs a lot of improvements to let you know exactly how the game works. But the fun thing at the time was that for the first 15 or so matches, new players would be in a lobby with other new players, and a bunch of the population in there were cultist bots, which were easy level bots replicating player behavior at a very easy level, but still were running around in Prague, and the players themselves didn't really know exactly, like couldn't necessarily distinguish if it's a bot or if it's another player. Is just someone that is running around in the streets and shooting at them and stuff like that. So bots were already inside the game, but they were there for new players only. So it's the behavior of a beginner level bot that was already inside the game. Okay, just as a reminder, I know I've talked about this before, but just as a reminder, that was there. So probably what they've been doing with those bots is programming different levels of behavior, so you can just go like, in those other games where you play against AI and you can like have a scale of difficulty that which you can put the AI at. There you go. That's probably what they've been working on. I haven't seen anything about this, but that's what I'm speculating about. Is just saying like a bunch of people, they're saying like, oh, suddenly they're adding bots, like that's going to be a new thing, that's going to take a while. No, there's already been bots in the game. Already been there. So, with that paragraph being said, another thing that I want to mention, not necessarily about this, but I was speculating about having the September survey learnings blog post. Another week passed, another week without the post. So we're definitely getting it next week, because then we have the patch, okay? So, because like now 9 days, so the blog post is about to happen. So probably it's gonna be exactly like it happened for, like it's September about the August learnings update, where on the Friday, so I'm expecting like the upcoming Friday, we're gonna get a blog post, and it's gonna tell us what they learned about the survey. It's gonna tell us what they have like in terms of plans for the future, not just the update for October, but what they're planning for the short-term future of the next following months. And then probably on Monday, not this Monday, but the following Monday, we're gonna get the patch notes, and then on Tuesday we're gonna get the patch itself. Hold on. Sorry, sneeze. So I'm expecting the same scenario to happen again, but you know what? Just to prove me wrong, the devs are gonna do like just whatever they want. Okay. The one thing that's absolutely sure is that the day before the patch, that's when we get the patch notes. That's been like a stable, like a regular statement that they've always been making about that whenever people have been asking about the patch notes. So, that being said, let's come back to what we were talking about. Hold on. Let's look at this. There we go. In other news relating to the game, something that is not something that's official, but I think it's worth looking at for people that are interested in those things. In terms of weapon balance, motion gaming, which you should know by now, Motion Gaming has a video out there called Bloodhunt Must Change These Weapons. And yeah, he's making a review of the current state of the game weapon balance. And it's, Motion Gaming, if you don't know, he is the person to talk about game balance and especially weapon balance, numbers and all of this. He is the guy that knows about this, okay? So, very interesting video. He's got some interesting takes on what could be suggested or his perception of certain weapons as they are currently in the game. So yeah, have a look at this. There's a bunch of comments below that are, you know, people expressing their opinions about this. But I encourage you, like, go on his stream. Like, he streams very frequently in European time. Like in North America times is usually in the morning. So like at this point in time, I don't know if he's streaming, but like his streams normally would have been ended like around this time or a little bit earlier. Yeah, go inside his streams, talk about balance, talk about weapon balance with him. That is the thing that he loves talking about. So yeah, go bother him with that. He is the expert in the community about this. So yeah, very interesting. I wonder if they will customize the bots with different outfits. It was very easy to notice them with the standard hair and clothes. I mean, they could do that. I think that's very interesting. That is a very interesting proposition. Do we have any? I don't know if any people, if any devs are currently right now here. Doesn't look like it by the list of people that are here. But I know some of them actually watch this, like watch my VOD. So maybe that's going to be something that they could do. Actually, Kedrick, I encourage you to go, I encourage you to go like on one of those threads about bots that are made by Bloodhunt. Go and suggest that. Go and straight up suggest that. Like, I would be very interested to see like what they have to say. And keep in mind though that also the basic stuff, like the basic gear, a lot of players, even like professional players or players that have like really high level accounts, will sometimes bait other players by going with the standard outfits and stuff. So just to make sure that people don't necessarily recognize them as really, really good players that put a lot of time and money into getting all sorts of different cosmetics. I know that people do that. Yeah, so still, yeah, I highly encourage you to go like in one of those posts and ask them about that. I asked Motion to marry me, but he said he's already taken. Sag. Don't know what to say, dude. Okay, I'll just gotta move on from that. I know that you do too. Okay, in other like not related but related to Bloodhunt, on the Bloodhunt TikTok, there is part 2 of the previous week of information about cosplayers that were telling us about exactly what they're going to do in terms of what's going to be their costume that they're going to be working on. I know it's not necessarily related to the game, but we really like the cosplayers in the community, so they're giving us a little bit of insight, and I believe that probably next part they're going to be looking into like the nitty-gritty, explaining to us how they managed to do the cosplay. Right now, this week is all about what's their idea that motivated them to go towards a specific cosplay or another. And these are really nice people, and these are people that you will see at conventions that will be talking about and representing Bloodhunt. Also, they show up in some streams once in a while. Moving on from this. Again, something related to Bloodhunt, but not necessarily directly. World of Darkness, again, mentioned World of Darkness earlier. They've put out this, make a vampire visual guide containing everything you need to make a basic Vampire the Masquerade character. Okay? So, there's a download here. That is, I find this very, very interesting for many reasons. And Bloodhunt players could find that interesting as well, to understand or learn some of the terms that have been thrown around about, Vampire the Masquerade. Or also maybe give you a little sneak peek at possible other clans that they might add inside the game. So it's a very quick and easy to understand visual guide on how to make a character. So especially this first page where we're talking about picking your clan. So hold on. So here's the, like, what's the reason of why, what kind of vampire you'd like to make. One that uses your physical prowess to fight against your enemies, protecting what's important to you. You got the Bruja, the Banu Hakim, you've got the Gangrel, but Gangrel is kind of half and half with this section here, which says stay low, lurking from the outskirts of undead society. You got the Salubri, you got the Thin Blood, and you got the Nosferatu, but it's Nosferatu is also like half and half with research, investigate, and seek hidden knowledge. Nosferatu does both of them, but you can also play Hakata, Malkavian, or Tremere. And see, like, you've got different clans here that maybe you've never heard of before. This will give you a sort of a very, like, this is one-liner explanation of what's the idea of the clans and what they're supposed to do and what are other possibilities of clans that do the same thing as you or as a specific clan. So like I said, this is very interesting. It's 4 sheets. It's things that you can download. Like here's a little primer on exactly what does it mean when they say childer, neonate, or ancille. There's a little quick explanation about what exactly does it do. Here's some like different types of different types of ways to get blood as a TTRPG character. Here's some disciplines here, and some of the disciplines here are things that we currently are seeing in game, such as Auspex, Obfuscate. I don't remember exactly which ones, but yeah, this is something like, this is fun, nice little reading. This could help you. This can inform you, just to get yourself informed. Maybe so when people are throwing in their ideas about which clans can be added maybe in the future of the game, well, maybe you're gonna have, you know, when people talk about Hekata, then maybe you're gonna know, like, okay, that's the kind of character that does this, and that. We see the flavor. It's just to get a little understanding of the flavor of what's happening. Jean-Shi. Oh, sorry, God. Just a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in my body today. I'm pretty known within the community in game. Try to limit the amount of targeting, but it doesn't always work against good players, especially if they spot you moving, etc. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What was I got confused. So it's very, very simplified, that thing. And if you're interested, yeah, in basic lore stuff, that's what you get. We are moving on to a little marketing update. So, remember the BlueandQueenie Bloodhunt Xtrfy K5 keyboard that has been all put in Bloodhunt fashion. Now we know the winner of the giveaway. Their name is Charede. Charede. So anyways, congratulations to them for winning the keyboard. And that's all I have to say about that. Also, it's another week. It's another week of me recommending people go sign up go on the wait list for the Bloodhunt Blood Orange. I cannot stress enough, if you like this game and you like playing this game, sign up for the wait list. Maybe when it's going to be fully released and fully announced that it's going to be released, it's going to be available for purchase. Being on the wait list might get you an advantage on buying it over other people. I don't know. I'm just saying this out loud out there, okay? Just putting that out there. We don't have any idea when the orange flavor is going to be available. We don't know if there's going to be starter kits that will be available. But as I said previously, find yourself a partner code. Look at Advanced GG. They're announcing a bunch of partners all the time, and they're sharing their partner codes. I mentioned that last week. But more about this, specifically about this, is that Advanced GG currently right now are at TwitchCon San Diego, which is currently happening this weekend. So they're saying, be one of the first to try our brand new flavor. Visit us at TwitchCon at our TwitchCon booth all weekend long for early access to Bloodhunt's Blood Orange. So you lucky people who are at San Diego, like TwitchCon right now, you can be tasting this blood orange flavor and let us know how it tastes like. Is it good? Is it not? Is it worth the hype that I've been doing on this channel? As I've said for months right now, I am super excited in this product. It just makes sense. It just works. To quote Todd Fallout. Really excited about this. And apparently, if I look at the comments from the people here, there are a lot of people, and I don't recognize any of the names from people that are like interested necessarily into Bloodhunt. Like all these names, they're all new. None of the people that I know here, and these are all people currently that you're seeing on the screen. I haven't compared to when they announced it initially, but there's a whole bunch of people that were not Bloodhunt people that were interested in this flavor. Remember that there's supposed to be only 200 of these of this flavor that's supposed to be produced or made or something like that. So yeah, again, there's people that are interested in this. And on top of that, if you're at TwitchCon, Samir, a good friend Samir, aka Combat Glue, aka Combat Samir, if you see him, he says, catch me there and show me you've tried it, and I might have something for you. So if you're there as well, not only you need to tell me, like, you need to share with the Bloodhunt people, like, what it tastes like, but also you need to share, what is Samir giving you? Is it something that we don't know of yet? Is it the thing that I'm not supposed to be talking about yet? Is it... What is it? I want to know. I want to know. People at TwitchCon right now, today, find Samir. I want to know. So yeah, and that brings me to also mention that, like, I've already hinted at it, like, in the last few weeks, but now it's kind of official. This right now, having the Bloodhunt flavor is pretty much the only presence that Bloodhunt has at TwitchCon San Diego right now, sadly. However, the only kind of silver lining of not showing a presence at TwitchCon is probably because a lot of the people that could have been there are actually in Malmö, working hard at Sharkmob Studios, working on the next updates that are coming. I'll get back to the updates soon, but hopefully it's because, you know, they're working on that, because they know, like we've said before, that they know they are aware they need to catch up in terms of player expectations about the game. So I hope that it's because they're working really hard on the game that they're not there. But Combat is there. Combat is there, over there, to represent himself, but also he's representing Bloodhunt. He put out a TikTok. He was at the Advanced GG booth. He was there. So I hope he's there also, not just to promote himself, but to talk about Bloodhunt to the people that are interested to know exactly what this is. Because yeah, it could be interesting to have a whole booth to talk about, like, the new flavor, but probably there's a whole bunch of people that are going like, I like the blood orange, I like the flavor. Why is it called Bloodhunt? Or why has it got, like, spooky stuff on it? Like, what is this? So maybe he's there to help out with a little bit of promotion of the game. Maybe. Anyways, sorry, catching up on chat. Before I go on to the next thing, it took me long to understand how important movement is in this game, is the first thing I say to new players. Exactly, yeah. Definitely, this game brings a different level of movement mobility. A lot of people just don't understand that right away. For sure, it's good you do. Faster peeps learn how to move and get their aim down with it. It's a win. Exactly. I'm still trying to learn about the movement and mobility. I know about mobility, but not necessarily the movement. The jumping and all of this, this is my main thing I need to improve about the game. But definitely I agree with both of you. There we go. Moving on to a different topic. We have, as usual, the EGL tournament for Bloodhunt that is happening today. We have a separate PC competition and a PS5 competition that is at 3 p.m. EDT today. So that would mean where's my math? 2 hours, 2.5 hours from now. And yeah, if you want to join in right now, like in PS5, there are 9 participants right now. Only 9 participants that have signed up. I know that a bunch of people sign up at the last moment. But look at this. Like, there's a whole bunch of people here that I noticed that I recognize their names. Hello there. So, like Smokey's 50X, Yashi, of course, Berkland, Woki, Yaramak. Like, these are a whole bunch of people that I see there. 9 participants to get, like, you know, get $100, easy $100. Like, come on. Also on PC, we have 20 participants that have signed up right now. Yeah, again, some of them I recognize, some of them I don't. Usually for PC, a lot of players sign up at the last second. But again, easy money, plus you get to tout that on your stream or whatever to say like, hey, you're #1 winner of EGL Bloodhunt Tournament and all of that sort of stuff. Hello, Vampire Queen. Thank you for following. So yeah, there's that. Let me check just one more time to see if I got the info that I was waiting for. Okay, I don't necessarily have confirmation, but last time, because this now the tournament has switched to a bi-weekly format. Last time there was Majora. In like channel is official _Majora on Twitch. Last time that there was a tournament, they tried hosting it on the PC side of things. So they were doing a multi-stream and keeping us informed of who has to win and who's at the top of the competition. And it was very interesting. It lasts 2 hours. And the way that the Majora's done that was really interesting, and really kind of a nail biter in some moments. So yeah, I've asked Majora I've asked Majora last week if he was still gonna do that. He told me that he was interested in doing it definitely again, but so far he hasn't put a tweet out, so I can't necessarily do a whole like promotion, but whenever that's going to happen at 3 p.m. Eastern time, maybe you want to check out. I hope that a lot of people that are going to be inside this tournament, as usual, to recognize that you are a part of this and that we can watch your stream. Make sure that at the beginning of their stream title, you write EGL, so we know exactly who you are, because going through the list of participants and then cross-checking the list of Twitch streamers, not necessarily the best thing. Also, it's recommended for some Twitch streamers, if you don't want to get stream snipe, add a delay inside your OBS settings to have a certain amount of minutes of delay, so people can't necessarily snipe you. That's one thing that's usually recommended. And also remember to set yourself a note to switch it back to normal mode again once you're done with the tournament. I'm not skilled enough to take part. I mean, you can still take part, Far. Come on, you never know. Honestly, even a good player can be knocked out too soon. Yeah, exactly. And remember also, in this current state of the game, we unfortunately have hackers and I mean cheaters that are using bots currently, and that can be really aggravating, and it's negative to a competition. But maybe you can use that to an advantage for yourself. Placed a bunch of top fives, but I really panic when it comes to the last two. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I'm not saying me, but you know, you see a bunch of people stream and get really panicky when they realize it's just 1v1. That's it. So you never know. Give it a try, even if it's just to participate. You know, just to get the nerves. The first try you're doing it, like the nervousness is out there, and then next time that there's going to be a tournament, then it's going to be different. Now, as you notice that there's only today, there's no future tournaments. That's because EGL has been, even though they are partnered with Bloodhunt to set up those tournaments, they've become very very cautious whenever they know that a patch isn't coming. Because they don't necessarily know what the devs are going to say in terms of how they change the game or how the queues are or whatever. So they refrain, they wait for the patch to drop, they look like us at exactly what's been changed inside the game, and then they start posting, they decide and post future tournaments to come. So if you're not seeing anything right now for future tournaments, don't worry, they've done that pretty much every patch in the last 2 or 3 patches that we've had. That's the way that they've been doing it. Also, want to recommend, as I usually do, in terms of other tournaments for PS5, follow Bizpart. Here's a tweet. It's just, I'm linking this so you can click on that and follow Bez and go inside their Discord to figure out when the next tournament is going to happen for PS5. And here's them. I didn't want to necessarily talk about that, but here's them starting a debate on Twitter if they want to add smoke bombs or grenades inside, and like this seems to have sparked a little bit of discussion between people. Maybe you can throw your 2 cents inside that discussion. I think it's interesting. Also that is it. So we're going to talk about what to expect now. So what to expect now? What are we expecting? Now that we've seen, now that you know all I know about new stuff or what's happening or what's related to Bloodhunt, what are we expecting now? Well, right now, the Noir Pass ends in 9 days. So that would mean, if I'm doing the correct math, it ends on Tuesday, October 18. Yes, we're expecting some updates in the shop. We expect the hair colors to be fixed. We expect, and then we're gonna see exactly what does having a permanent store. We're gonna see, like, this is gonna be the first patch that we're gonna see exactly what that means. So yeah, we're hoping for something like that. The patch notes will arrive a day before the patch. So for the incoming week that we have, don't expect any patch notes. They're going to tell you it's going to be the other week after. It's going to be the Monday or Tuesday where we're going to get the patch notes. So don't bother to ask for them. You know what the answer is going to be. Some people are going to ask it anyways. That's what we got. In terms of the patch content, so yes, the store, we're expecting an update, but really it's in the air. We don't have any confirmation of the contents of the patch. In terms of size, well, I mean, the contents of the patch, we know that Halloween update is going to be in there. We know we're going to have a Halloween pass. It's going to be free. Remember to tell everyone it's going to be free. right now we have an easy pass to complete right now that you can help some friends get inside the game, get accommodated to it, like finish, get some cool rewards from the current pass that we have right now. The next one is going to be free. But in terms of like size of the patch, I'm expecting to have at very least the same amount of things that we got in the September patch. Okay, so you may want to like go look at the September patch notes to see what was in there. I'm expecting to have the same exact amount of things. Okay, so in terms of content, bug fixes, tweaks, all of that stuff. Okay, the big update that was a part of that last time was changes to skill-based matchmaking, and we know that this one is going to be bot backfilling. That's going to be the main like technical aspect thing that's going to be introduced or tweaked inside the game. Okay, maybe, like we said, speculation, maybe the Halloween quests are going to come back, maybe the Halloween quest rewards are going to come back, all the tattoos, full body tattoos and all of this. There was also a multicolored jacket that was in there. Like there were several rewards, and I'm gonna make a note. Rewards from last year. For like next week, I'm gonna bring it back. Like there's a whole. Funnily enough, last year, Meriden Unknown, the guy who takes care of lore and also guides to complete quest lines and stuff, he last year made a whole post on how to complete all the Halloween quests, and I also had the Halloween rewards in there. So I'm gonna bring that guide back for next week, so you can all see the rewards that we had last year, and then we're gonna see if they're going to be a part of the Halloween update. So if it's not possible to get the quests back in, because maybe they still haven't fixed all the issues with the quests. Remember, we still have some of the summer quests updates, some of the summer update quests that have not been fixed, have still not popped back up into people's quest logs, meaning they miss out on the lore, they miss out on the rewards. We just know that it was a much more complicated issue. We know that the timers have been extended, and you can still be working on them, which is something that I have to remind myself that I have to complete, because again, there's time is ticking out for those quests again. If maybe none of that has been fixed, then maybe the Halloween quests are not going to come back, but maybe they're going to bring the rewards independently from the quests for us to have. We don't know. This part, like, this is all speculation, okay? But in terms of size, I don't think there's going to be much more from that, like, from the... like in terms of comparison to the September update that we got, okay? There is a rumor going around that a much bigger update, like a massive update, is in the works, but it's not the one for October, okay? But again, this is not official. It's just a rumor I've heard that there's something big that's cooking. And that's maybe why also... we have not heard from a lot of devs over the last month. They're probably very busy cooking up things that they can't talk about. So usually that is why devs suddenly like don't talk about work, don't make a presence on social media other for their own personal things. Because I've noticed that a lot of them have been very, very quiet. Usually when they're very, very quiet, it's because they're working on things or things that they know that they can't necessarily talk about. Take that for what you will, okay? So right now, really, we're waiting. We're waiting, and I know it sucks that we don't know what's happening. I'm trying to do my best, okay, to give you as much information as I can possibly find. Remember all I said about the idea, the philosophy of the bot backfilling and how we're gonna have to go along with this? Please, like, still keep in mind when that is going to happen, okay? If it works the way that we think about it, now's gonna be the time to do promotion. I wish I knew more about I don't know, making audio mixes, making video editing. I wish I had the knowledge and the time to do a lot of that stuff, because I would be promoting the heck out of that. Right now, I barely have the time to do things right now, okay? So, yes, I'm expecting a trailer for Halloween. Like, that is, if they don't come up with a trailer for the Halloween update, I would very much question what their marketing department is doing. Because this month is the month that Bloodhunt should be shining, should be promoting the heck out of itself. And if they're not doing it, I will do it, other people will do it. I'm just hoping that, whatever they're going to be promoting, we're going to be able to help with the promotion. If we want this game to continue working, we need to work along with the devs. We need to make our own initiatives, like I've said, like our own tournaments, our own stuff. Me deciding to just go on and do the news for everyone. You understand where I'm going with, okay? Because otherwise, if this doesn't work, then we might as well just, pull the plug from the servers and be sad. And go sad boy and sad girl hours. But, that's not what's happening. What did I have to say else? I think that's it. Want to, yes, remind each other, just like, we're all in this together, really. In terms of like supporting this game. Been at it since September. Joshi, you've been blowing up. Like, this, like, while a lot of, let's say, the usual streamers or the streamers that used to be there have suddenly like either disappeared for other reasons. Some of them it's been for life reasons, which has been really unfortunate. Some of them have gone into their own, streamer ways. I know that Overwatch 2 right now is the thing to stream if you want more followers, if you want more people to join your channels and participate and give you money and pay ads and a bunch of stuff. So I know that a bunch of streamers have jumped onto that train for now. And some of them have said that it's just for now. They'll get back to Bloodhunt whenever there's a new update and stuff like that. And that's perfectly okay and fine for them. But right now, we still have, for the people that remain and stay there, right now, like Jiangxi, like myself, try to use this to, like, blow up a little bit, get our names out there, get ourselves known inside the community. I got myself followed by Bloodhunt, which is great. Yes, the summer update trailer, like, whoever puts those trailers together, like, mwah, chef kiss, or vampire kiss. I don't know. So, as I was saying, segue into this. My channel itself is growing. I appreciate everyone for joining up. The objective is 250 followers, so I can be a part, so I can join up in a whole bunch of programs, start doing sponsorships, more sponsored streams, more free things to give to you. Right now I'm still considered like little league. I'd like to get into like the medium leagues, get something happening. And remember that whenever I stream Bloodhunt, at least most of the time so far, I always have the special drops for Twitch, and I always do code giveaways for different things, such as right now, after I'm done recording this, I'll be doing a giveaway for a Techno Demon mask code, which I happen to get my hands on. So, join up with the stream, follow my stream, follow my Twitch, I mean. Yeah, another thing that's going to happen, and I'm just going to plug it in because it's my show and I can do this. On Monday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, join my stream, doing a Metal Hellsinger stream, and I will have a Steam key giveaway for the game. I'll just be giving out there. Because I already purchased the game, I got my hands on an extra key. I'm going to be doing a giveaway of that. So you can see my gameplay, but then have a chance to get winning a key for yourself. So, yeah, your goal is to become a PlayStation ambassador for Bloodhunt? Heck yeah, Janshi, go for it. Just keep at it. You're improving, you're getting better, you're putting yourself out there. Go ahead. Also, you're Booba ambassador. So that also works in your favor. But anyways, for people watching the recording or watching the recording, thank you for watching. Be good to each other, and I'll see you with probably a lot more of news. Probably is going to be again a big chungus size of news next week. So stick around. I'll see you next week.